So this is Jordan Gray from Half Lit and Dope Living TV.
Yo, this is Tony Terry, and you're watching Dope Living TV.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your boy Jason Weaver, and whenever I'm back home in the Chi, I'm checking out Dope Living TV.
What's up? We watching Dope Living TV. What you watching?
Yo, welcome to Dope Living TV. Dope Living TV. Dope Living TV. We got it all. Come and see. Yeah. Let's see. Dope Living TV. Dope Living TV. Yeah. Check us out. Come and see.
Okay, take yourself off of mute so that we can hear you.
I'm off mute. I said
you were muted.
Great. Dope Living TV Live. The views expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. Gina, what's up?
That's better.
What's going on?
Gotcha. Hey, you got it. An interesting show today.
You got it. You got it.
You got it.
I wanted to do this today because a lot of people, first of all, welcome everybody. We appreciate you guys tuning in, always checking us out. The Distinguished Authors Guild has been a staple with Dope Living TV for quite some time. Actually, as long as Dope Living TV has been on the air, DAG has been making its way through these murky waters is what the word I used, okay?
Yes.
I'm going to tell you, man, everybody is so enamored over the fact that it creates and helps a dialogue between authors all over the country that they didn't have before. And it puts a shine, it puts a light on them, a light that they didn't have on there before, okay? But a lot of people do not understand it's a lot of hard damn work to get this, okay? And
tell me about it.
I wanted to get Gina on. Well, she's on every day. I mean, but I want to get her here specifically to talk about the process, talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, the triumphs, everything, if we can within this hour. Everybody say what's up to Mo. What's going on, Mo?
Mo. What's up, Mo?
It's cold.
And just so everybody knows, the new music that you've heard for the new intro, Mo did that. We did that.
Mo did that. Mo did that.
I did that.
And I keep trying to tell everybody, we don't just sit up here and just talk. We got a lot of other tricks in our bag, okay? And this is one of them here, the Distinguished Authors Guild. So, Gina, Distinguished Authors Guild has been going on for 7 years. I think it's going on its 8th year, right?
Woo. No, this is the 7th year.
Okay, this is the 7th year.
Started in 2020.
Started in 2020, and I was there.
Yeah.
I don't think that right at the beginning. I was there. I think the year after. Okay, and I've seen.
No, you were there at the beginning.
Was I there at the beginning?
Mm-hmm. Okay. You started off with the. Remember, we started virtual. Mm-hmm.
Virtual.
I remember the first one.
Dude, look, I could tell we got stories that we can't tell on the air, but we got stories that we can tell on the air. Okay, and Gina's going to talk about all of it as much as possible. Okay, so Gina, first of all, thank you for enlightening us and opening up your Distinguished Authors world for us, so that we can really know and people can understand why you do this and the process behind it. So thank you very much.
Oh, you're very welcome. And you know what? This is a lot of hard work, but to see the authors go through the process, come on the stage and get those awards, it's all worth the while. I mean, the end result, that's what pushes me, along with prayer, because I have to pray every day, Lord, you got to help me with this because I'm ready to throw in the towel.
We see them bullets flying off your head every year. We sweating bullets.
And I'm doing it now already.
Let's talk about them. Let's talk about them prayers, all right? Because look, I can remember way back at the beginning, all right. Even at and to me, and I haven't been as involved as she is because, like I said, it's her brainchild along with a couple other people, which she'll explain. But I'm thinking that the virtual was harder than the live. Okay, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Gina.
Yeah, the virtual was harder because, I mean, you're talking about 2 hours, hour and a half, 2 hours of people keeping people engaged on a computer. You're not in face to face with them where you know you can interact with them, you can make them smile, you know you can do all those things in person. You can't really do them on the computer. And so even when it came to the VIP gala, we had to make that interactive. You know, we had different artists on. We even were able to stream in
Ruby Tech.
Ruby Tech all the way from Barcelona, from Barbados. And so, you know, it was hard even getting that together. You remember how we were tripping over trying to figure out how we're going to do this and how they're going to be able to perform and this, that, and the other. So it was very difficult. But that's not to say that the in-person isn't difficult either. That's difficult as well, because I want to make sure that when people come out to the event, it's all about the authors and it's all about honoring them. And it's all about people coming and feeling inspirational. I want people who have in the back of the head that they want to write a book. When they leave out of there, they're going home and they want to get started on writing that book or finishing that book because they're inspired by the authors that are in the Distinguished Authors Guild. And, you know, let me just explain for people who don't know what Distinguished Authors Guild is. I want to make sure that everyone knows what it is. It may be some people on here like, well, what is Distinguished Authors Guild, aka DAG? Right. But we pay homage to authors who have paved the way from the literary world. So we honor authors of the past while we celebrate authors of the future for all of their hard work. If you've never written a book, and that you know now, bro, because you've written one now. If you've never written a book, you will probably not know all of the hard work that an author puts into it. You just pick that book up and enjoy it.
Right.
It's a lot more to it. You have authors who stay up late at night writing or getting up early in the morning before work and writing. You know, when you're writing a book, it's in your head all the time. Like, it's never leaving your head until you finish that book. And so I want people to understand these authors work really hard to get you that entertainment, just like a good movie. They have to work hard to put together a great movie. And you walk out of there like, wow, that was a good movie. It's the same with books. You pick that book up and you don't want to put it down until you're done. And then you're telling your friends and family, man, I just read this good book. It's the same instance, but you don't realize how much work they put into it to get that book in your hands. And that's the part that I want to honor and celebrate.
Okay, so sis, as you were talking, a lot of stuff came to my head. Because when books and me ain't friends. Okay, I never like to read the books. I just wanted to read what I wanted to read and this and that. Okay, the Distinguished Authors Guild changed my whole life as far as that goes. Okay, because now I read, and it inspired me to write a book. Now when I go, because I used to think books were boring. Okay, I'm not gonna sit up here and read. Well, I mean, okay, now knowing the process and knowing how people are enamored. I used that word twice already, so I'm gonna stop using it. People are so glad to get another person's book and read it, and now they're going out and buying other books, and now they're creating platforms for books, which wasn't done when you started, Gina. They were not making platforms for books. Okay, so let's go back, Gina. Let's go back now. Gina, she's been doing this for 7 years, going on 7 years now. And when she started, there were other people involved with this. Gina, talk about that.
Yes, I can honestly say, and I always tell people, this was not my brain. This was not my brainstorm. This was not my idea at all. When we started, it was 3 of us. It was myself, Deborah Rhodes, and Andre Renee. We sat down and we got together and we were like, we want to do something for authors different from the typical things that they're doing. Most authors are selling books. They're going to book fairs. They're pedaling out the back of their car. We wanted something different. And it was Deborah who came up with the idea of the award ceremony. I thought about, I came up with, Andre came up with stage plays. And I came up with something different. But we all agreed that the award show was amazing. And we sat down and we thought about how it was going to look. We knew we wanted it to be an elegant occasion. We knew that we wanted it to be celebratory. And so I actually came up with the logo. And I came up with the logo. The diamond was the first thing came to my mind. And I'm going to tell you about the diamond. Let me tell you about the logo because it didn't just pop in my head. I don't know how people come up with logos, but I'm going to tell you how I came up with the DAG logo. I was at work sitting at my desk, and there was this piece of paper sitting under the lamp that sat behind my computer. And I'm looking at this piece of paper, and it gave me an image of a diamond. And I took that image and I traced it. And I said, this is a nice logo. And so I took it to, I kind of like, I don't draw, but I kind of sketched it out the way that it was glowing on the paper. And on the paper, it had like this vision of a diamond. It had a picture of a diamond, like a shadow, basically what it was. And it had these lights coming out the top of it. Maybe this was God. This had to be God because I'm just looking at this. I was like, wow, that's a nice logo. So I took it to one of those creators, logo creators. And I paid her to create this vision. Now, I did most of the work. I just, kind of traced it. And then I was like, can you just make it professional? Like, I just wanted professional. This is how I wanted to look with the rays at the top. And you just make it professional. I don't know how long that young lady had this logo she was working on, maybe a couple of months. And when it came back, it was nothing like I had envisioned it. And you know what she said to me? She kind of like threw it back at me. Not literally, but that's how I felt. She basically just dropped it and said, I can't do this. Those rays that you got on there, they just won't come out right. And I never heard from her since.
Wow.
And I was like, but I paid you.
Right. Wait, and you throw this back at me? I throw my cash back at me.
And I didn't hear from her after that. And I was like, okay, that's just the money I just lost. So I found another creator, and her name is Kim. I can't even remember her last name, but her name is Kim. And I went to her and I said, can you do this logo like it is here, except make it professional? She took her time and she was able to do it. But you know what? She came back to me. She was angry because, I would send it back. The problem we were having was I wanted her to embed the link, the DAG link into the flyer, and she couldn't do it. She couldn't do it. And so she was kind of frustrated. And I'm like, I asked her, I said, what is the problem? I said, I don't understand why creators get upset, why you guys are getting upset. I pretty much did most of the work for you. She said, well, because as a creator, when you tell me you want a logo, we're used to implementing our own ideas. You didn't give me that. You didn't give me the freedom to create it the way I wanted to. But I said, but I knew what I wanted.
That's a step
I don't need
up.
you to create it. I know what I want, and I pretty much gave you what I want. I just needed you to perfect it. And so I thought I was making the job easier. But according to her, they don't like that.
And that was on there. Go ahead, Mom.
No, I was just thinking the same thing. They do not like that because they want you to bring an idea and they want to come up with the whole concept.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
That's how creators are, though. Okay, and I don't want to get too far off, but because and one thing that I must say too, because I want to say some things, but I think I'm going to keep my mouth shut simply because I'm going to be implicating some people if I say some stuff. Okay, and I don't want to. That's not what this is. No, because I've literally had to do some things with Gina in order to make sure that number one, she stays on that right path, but number two, ain't nobody gonna mess with her either. Okay, mess up that process. I had to do some things. Go ahead, Mo. You were gonna say something?
The truth is the truth, and it shall set you free.
Dude, no, I'm already free. I'm already free. All right, but those people don't like to be called out when they know that they've done wrong. Okay, they don't like to be called out. Okay,
I mean they don't, but
I'm not gonna make that into this. Okay, because, so Gina, you started off with two other people. What happened to make you do it solo?
Well, as we got through the process, and we had done a lot. We had got the logo together. We had got the name, which was DAG, came from Deborah, Andre, and Gina. That's where the DAG came from.
Look at that. Mm-hmm.
Yes, and so we had started the process of getting, we had the logo together. We had paid for stuff. We had everything set in place, and then Andre got pulled away because at the time he was doing stage plays. And so it became too much for him. And so he was pulled away. And at that time, once he left, Deb was like, well, that's it then. We don't have we don't have Andre. And so we're going to have to, just let it go. And I was like, no, I said.
You started off with two other people. What happened to make you do it solo?
So I don't know what just happened.
But
and so Andre's gone. So I was like, well, we can still use the DAG. Let's just go with Distinguished Authors Guild. Again, something that God gave to me because it just came to me. And I was like, let's just call it Distinguished Authors Guild. We still have our DAG. So we continue. And as you remember, if people remember back in 2020 and 2021, Deb was still a part of DAG. We did our first virtual together.
Right.
And then we did the second virtual. She was still kind of involved, but not as much because she got pulled away. She does a author's brunch every year. And so that started pulling her away. And so now, as she moved away, now it's just me. And say that again.
Were you afraid?
No, no, because I pretty much had did 2021 by myself. She had some input, but I was mostly alone then anyway. So I was kind of used to it at that point. So then when 2022 came, it was just me, but I had already pretty much done it in 2021. So 2022 is when we went live in Vegas. So this was a whole different ball game because we were used to doing it virtual. You and I would meet up. We would film everything. You would edit everything. You would put everything together, and then we had a show.
Thank God for Mo.
Right?
So was that the first time y'all used those intros that I put on there?
Yes.
Well, in Vegas, yes.
Yes, that was the first time in Vegas.
Wow.
And Mo got down.
And Mo, you do not know how much that helped me out because we still had to create the show for the online people still.
Right.
That first year, okay?
Yes.
I remember that.
Yes.
One thing I can say, Gina, she's not pushy. She's not pushy at all, okay? She knew that we had to have it at a certain time. She would call and say, Greg, what do you need? What do you need? I'm like, just let me do this, okay? She said, cool. All right. She would call 3 hours later. Greg, you got this? And wait a minute, though. She laughing, but if I tell you I'm going to get it, I'm going to get it, okay? And I told Gina, and we got it done. Shout out to my boy Bernardo. Came on yesterday. What's going on, buddy?
Yes.
I know that when she first told me what she wanted, it took a minute for me to catch it, but once I caught it and hit it, it was on. And then it was like Mo, hey Mo, hey Mo, hey Mo. She didn't push, but she was firm. Okay.
She never pushed me, just because what Gina would do, if this is what I'm talking about too, Gina. Okay, because I've known her, and that's my sister. What she would do is this. Okay, if she sees it getting to a point where it may not happen, she'll say, "Well, I guess I'll just do something else. I'll do this or I'll do that." Oh, she didn't do that with you?
No. Oh no. I had no damn intros. It was like this. I remember the first time I done them. I was in Kentucky, and I was sitting in a hotel room. And remember, I was working the racetracks up there, that network up there.
Yeah.
And I was doing it from my laptop. That's the first time I done it from my laptop. I was like, oh God, I was scared it wasn't gonna come out right. And I ended up staying up to midnight before I got everything done. Gina finally said, Gina said, "That's good." I was like, I can go to sleep. I had to get up at like 6 o'clock the next morning.
But see, that's the thing, Mo. We have to make it happen, though. We have to make it happen. Gina says it needs to be done. We got to make it happen, because that's an extension of who we are right now. Okay, we all have different things to do, and we support one another. Okay, so let's go a little bit farther, Gina. So, Distinguished Authors Guild, we did the virtual. We're in Vegas now. Okay, that one in Vegas, the first live in Vegas. How did you feel when you got there? Because I can tell you, for me, I'm like, damn, look at these people. Mo, they were tucked up, gowns.
Look,
oh my God.
I saw it online. I was like, damn, I wish I could fly.
But how did that feel, Gina? The first one was the first live one, okay? How did that feel?
Man, it felt so good. I mean, the whole atmosphere, everybody was dressed up, and they presented themselves exactly the way they were dressed.
Came from all over the country, y'all.
They came from everywhere. They flew in. We had some authors who stayed 5-7 days. Yep. Some stayed 3 days. You know, they just made a vacation of it. So everybody was in such a good mood. And you know, the entertainment was off the chain. It was awesome just to see it, you know, and everybody, the connection, everybody's talking and exchanging numbers and hooking each other up with certain things. And it just felt good, because that's exactly what I wanted. I wanted the connection. I wanted everybody to groove together and be able to reach out to that person even after DAG ended. I wanted that connection to still be there. And that's exactly what we have. We have authors that started in 2020 that are still reaching out and helping others.
Yeah.
Deidre started in 2020.
Think about Natalie and what she's doing right now.
Well, so we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to all of that, Mo. Okay. But here's the thing. You know, Gina, when and I was there in Vegas with you. When we were in Vegas, a lot of things did go wrong that day. A lot of things did go wrong. Okay. But at the end of the day, Gina didn't panic. You know, she didn't waver. Everything went off. Well, okay, the entertainment, like she said, was there. We had the, you know, awesome Nick Nova was there. All right, the singer, I forgot the singer's name, the big guy, Big Joe.
Joseph George.
Yeah, he was there. You know, and what impressed me the most was, as Gina was talking a second ago, was the response from the audience, the people. All right, they didn't care. You know, of course they cared. They loved the fact that they were able to have their names read off on a platform that they never would have gotten before. Okay, they were excited to win. They were excited not to win. Okay, and I know that sounds like an oxymoron, but I'm on the outside looking in. I'm standing around looking. Okay, you got people when they win, they're crying because this has never happened to them before. What's going on? All I did was write a book. Your book sat stagnant until you heard about the Distinguished Authors Guild. Send your book in, okay? Let's get it talked about. And people came and they enjoyed it. They were crying, Mo. People were crying.
I remember
Okay.
watching. I was like, man, I wish I could have went that
It
year.
was so
It was so,
emotional.
yeah,
It was
it
so
was.
emotional.
It was
And that's the part that keeps me going. I mean, the smiles, the tears of happiness, you know, the family members that's there supporting. It's just amazing.
It was.
And you
It
know
was
what?
such a,
Even before it's like that. Even before we get to the stage,
right.
we start promoting the nominees' books in June, and during that time, throughout, we actually started last year in January. Whew, that was a lot. But usually we start in June promoting the books, and during that time, it's like it's a family affair. It's a family affair. I mean, people are helping people. If I could just go down the list of all of the accomplishments that authors, not just winners, but nominees,
Right.
have
Do some of
done.
them. Talk about some of them.
that.
Gina. Go ahead.
Well, we have Natalie now that's doing workshops, that's selling all kind of paraphernalia, you know, with her book. She's doing so much. We have Don Gregory, who's now writing in a magazine, you know, and a lot of this came from people seeing them through DAG. We have Valerie Davis and Tony Bunyan, who sold thousands of books to their school system because they are award-winning books. I think not only did Tony sell 1,000 to the school system where he's at, I think he was in Florida, but he also sold 1,000 to his fraternity.
Wow.
You know, we have authors who took you know, moved, and even just it cultivated. I can't say it actually boosted their other businesses that they were doing, because now they got new eyes, they got a new audience, they got new people looking at them. So now I can not just promote my book as a business, but I can also promote my other side hustle. And that's okay, because that's what you're supposed to do.
But it all started from writing a book and having that book recognized on a platform that has grown exponentially. Okay, distinguished authors.
Look at Rachel. We can't leave her out.
Oh, I'm not going to leave her out. I'm just saying. if you look at the fact from where it started, Gina, and where it is now, could you ever believe it would be where it's at now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I did that intentionally. Yes, and I pray on this every year, and as I go through it, I pray on it, and so it can't be nothing but successful with prayer and God behind me. So yes, because I'm not going to do anything until I pray on it.
Now you've had some people that have not been very kind throughout this whole journey. Okay, because it's a journey, it's a travel. You have some people that have not been kind. I know of some. All right. How have you dealt with the downs of this journey?
Well, I take and I listen to everything people say, whether it's good or bad, because that's the way you grow. And there are some things that people say, you should do this, you should do that, that I'm not going to do it based on one person. I'm not going to change the whole platform based on one person. You know, a lot of people, I've had people say, well, you know, you need to decorate the room and, you know, do this and have a dinner. But that's not what I want to do. I want to completely focus on the authors. I don't want to bring anything in that's going to take away from what this is all about. And what this is all about is honoring the authors. It's their night. I'm not going to take away from it. I have people who have reached out to me and asked me, could they vend at the DAG Award? No, unless you're a nominee, you cannot. I don't want to have my authors competing with somebody selling jewelry or
a book that's not nominated.
Exactly, or anything else, because that's not what it's about.
Chicken wings.
That's not what it's about. And so if it's good, even though I listen to feedback, positive or negative, I look at it and say, will this benefit the authors? Is this going to take away from what the whole idea of DAG is. And if it is, I'm not going to do it. I'm not even going to consider it.
Well, I know.
There go my friend.
I know.
Go ahead.
Hey, Bella.
I know it lit everything off. I didn't know how deep it was until I came up there in 24, and man, that was it was. And I can remember the year before when they had it in Vegas before we started doing it at what do they call it, 47?
Yeah, you worse than me.
Theater 47, yes.
Theater 47. When we started doing it at Theater 47, I remember that year before, and the second time they did it in Vegas, and Lisa got up there and she did a whole sermon behind that. Boy. And you know, you could get from that one little clip, you could get all the energy, you know, that was in that whole award show. I mean, it was so.
And then
nice.
you know, you have some authors that bring the whole family and the neighborhood and the people up the street, and when you hear them applaud for them, it's like,
man, there's 20,000 people in the back room.
You know, Arthur Wallace, Patricia Wallace is one of them.
Yeah.
She brought a family and family of family.
Yes.
Yeah,
and the whole room erupted when her name was called.
So she knew she better have won, okay?
Wallace and Nim.
What's up, Chris?
That's right.
Out there in Vegas. So,
but the one thing I always go over with nominees when we have our first meeting, I let everyone know, do not be discouraged if you don't win the award. That's a material thing. That's just something that you could put on your bookshelf. But everything else that comes along with DAG outweighs just coming to get an award to me.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Because we put them on podcasts. We've had them on radio stations. We've put them through so many different things for exposure.
Book fair.
That they all are going to win. They're all going to be winners.
Yep.
Yeah. And Gina, you've taught them how to market themselves. Get out there and do this for yourself. Your book is just, if you write a book, okay, fine. Like I did, and it's just sitting there, okay? But you write a book, and you have to put legs underneath that book. You have to make it move. And the Distinguished Authors Guild, with all of the people that have learned how to do these things, now you have ambassadors now. They're teaching new authors and older authors how to market. You know, Natalie Murphy's great at that, okay? How to market their book. You can't do anything if you just let your book just sit there, all right? And Gina, I can't, like I said, I'm so busy, I can't do anything. But Gina said, bro, you wrote a book. You're going to get it out there.
Wow.
And that leads me to this, Gina, okay? How important is that motivation that you give to the other authors, and how important are the authors receiving that motivation to you?
Oh, it's important. That's the bottom line. You want to move that book. If you listen, there's two different writers. Either you can be a published author or just a written author. A written author is somebody who wrote a book, and you can just brag about, hey, I got a book, I wrote it. And it's just sitting there. You know what I'm saying? But a published author, a distinguished published distinguished author, they're going to get out there and they're going to invest in their book. They're going to invest the time. They're going to do everything they can to get exposure for that book. They're going to turn that book into a business where they're going to make money, not just from selling a $15 or $20 book, but you're going to have different ways to bring in that residual income with that book. It's not just a book that you sell. It's a book that's going to open a lot of doors for you.
Yep.
So what's your biggest?
That's what I teach them throughout the process as we lead up to the award show. This is what I'm teaching them, and it's a lot of authors who are brand new. Look at Natalie when she came in and said, "Oh man, I don't know how to market this book. I got a book. I don't know how to market it." And now every time you see it, she have 8 or 9 books now, and they're blowing up.
Yeah. Yep. She's a market guru now. Shoot.
The covers kind of fly over her books because they're so nasty. But get it? Take the clothes off, covers come up. Anyway.
Okay.
So, what's your biggest fear when you're doing this every year? Because every year more and I got to hear, oh, this might be my last year. What's the
I
biggest
don't know,
fear?
y'all.
I don't know, y'all.
Yeah.
What's your biggest fear?
You know, I think y'all know the answer to this. The biggest fear is having the funds to cover everything. This award show has a large price tag, and it's not a price tag that I can reduce because there are certain expenses that they just are there, and I can't get rid of them. I mean, I have to have certain things like the venue and the trophies, and you know, the dag bags, and so the entertainment and all of those things. So I'm not making money. And when the year ends and I start all over again, I'm usually at ground zero. And so I have to start over.
You're going to make money this year.
It's going
okay.
It's going to come. It's going to come. We just need that.
That is my biggest fear.
I'm guaranteeing it. I'm promising that. I'm guaranteeing it. The Student Authors Guild will make money this year, okay? I got to give a shout out to Robert Davis, okay, because that's your better half. I could not imagine what he has to go through. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm saying it
you can say it in a bad way because he got to go through some stuff.
In a supportive way, okay?
I can imagine.
Especially the day of.
I'm saying it's kind of hard for a man to be that backbone. You know what I mean? The woman is always the backbone, all right? It's kind of hard for that man to be that backbone and support like the woman needs to be supported. Robert has done that year after year. I want to give him, I want to give him, major shout out because without that support, well, let me let you talk about that. How important is that support from him as well as your family?
Special sugar.
Yeah, you need that support. I mean, you guys, all of you, family, all of you are family. You guys you got to pump me up sometimes. I'm the inspiration to the authors, but I need inspiration sometimes. And, you guys hear me when I say, I think this is it. I'm throwing in the towel. I don't know if I don't know. Here.
Yeah.
But you guys, and family, Robert, you always the ones that are there saying, nope, you can do it. You're not going to stop. And so that's very important. I think if I didn't have that, I probably would have quit long before now.
I agree with you. I'm kind of that guy that don't like the support except from people like you guys, my family here. I don't like other people involved in stuff, but sometimes you do have to get some other people who have a better expertise than you do at certain things to help out. All right. So the Distinguished Authors Guild now, it's running, it's doing its thing, it's great, having a great time doing it, and having special moments. What was one of your proudest moments, and what was one of your more emotional moments?
Ooh, my proudest moment is every time we're at the show. Every time, every year when we actually get to the event, and I get to meet the authors in person, because a lot of times, a lot of the authors, I don't know them, and I've never met them other than speaking to them through Zoom or through chat or whatever. And so now I get an opportunity to see them and meet them face to face. But the most exciting time is when those names are called to come up to the stage and get their award. That's exciting to me. Emotional, it's emotional that day. Ask Robert. Very emotional. Now I got to bring it all together. I have to bring it all together, and I want it. I'm a perfectionist. I want it to be perfect.
Yeah, and it does. It goes, and I want to speak on the last years, all right? And we brought up Rachel. Rachel had, her first time winning. She had a moment, and she expressed it. And I wish I could have cut that and put it on here. But Rachel came and she said that the one thing that she really loved, she said, "Great, I won the award, okay?" But there's a saying that she says every time that she leaves our show, every time that she leaves her show, about being up, out,
Yeah.
and and she said she did that at the awards show, and the audience did it too. All
Yeah.
right,
Yes.
the
The
audience
whole
did it
audience.
too. And she
And y'all
said
told me that, I was like,
that was her
course
moment.
I
She
did.
said she knows she did the right thing,
Mm.
and that in itself, man, was to me was a testimony of the entire Distinguished Authors Guild.
Well,
And
I do
I'll
have a moment when you're
huh?
done.
Go ahead. No,
I
I'm
do
done. This
have
is
a
your
moment.
show. This is your show today. Cut me off.
I was very emotional last year when the authors gave me an award.
Yeah, they did. They
That's
did.
right.
And I'm the giver. And I wasn't expecting to be given anything. They gave me an award and they gave me flowers. And it was very emotional for me because I'm supposed to be the one giving to you guys. You're not supposed to be
Right.
giving to me. And so, it was very emotional because that showed me how much love they had for me and Dag and how much they appreciate. Yes.
Yeah. And I saw that. Okay. And I'm standing backstage right behind that curtain, and I'm watching the audience. Okay. I never stood back there before, but I'm watching the audience. I'm watching the presenters. I'm watching the authors come up and receive. I'm like, this is amazing, and this needs to get bigger each year. All right. It needs to continuously grow, which it does. And that's the one thing I can say. Each year it does grow to be a better show for the people. So let's move on now to we talking about 2026 now. The Distinguished Authors Guild is gearing up because she didn't rest. Okay, she took a mini vacation, came back, and now it's time. As you can see right down below, it's time for registration, y'all. All right, get these books in so that we can start getting ready for the next rounds, and maybe you can be the next one to be there.
Getting with it.
So Gina, how excited are you now? I mean, everything is over from last year. How excited are you now for this year?
I'm excited, very excited, because we just started advertising for authors to sign up. We have 3 authors who've signed up within the last 2 days. I'm very excited. And one is from Florida.
Are these new authors?
These are new authors.
Oh, boy.
One is from North Carolina, and I think the other is from New York. They're far away. So, yes, I'm excited because you know what that tells me is the word is getting out further than Gary, Indiana.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, I'm so excited.
Well, you knew that from the first one, though. You knew that from the first one.
I got to admit something, sis. I'm a big satellite radio user, and I get on this one network. It's called the Urban View, and I shouted out, and they would talk about authors and books, and I called up and got on there and told them about Dag.
Thank you,
And then,
bro.
so,
See, that's what I'm talking about. Family.
So because they were looking for an outlet for just not authors, but Black authors in particular, and they interview a lot. They do a lot of interviews with authors on there, and I was saying, you know what? Let me call them up. I didn't think I was gonna get in, and like the third call, and picked it up, and I went through the whole thing. Dag.com. I sounded crazy, of course. Everybody laughing and stuff, but I'm trying to get
that.
I'm trying to get to make sure that Urban View is on it because they do basically what we do. We get the word out to the people. We let them know that we do have authors and we have talent in our, in our culture, and we make sure that we're part of the American culture as well.
That's right.
Yes,
that's what a lot of that, and that's why we do that. I've had somebody actually say, well, hey, okay, the Distinguished Authors Guild, we heard you. Stop. All right. That's not gonna happen.
No.
If you want me to stop, Mo, give that last part of that disclaimer. If you want me to stop,
if you want me to stop, get your own damn show.
I'm just saying,
it's just that simple,
we support we support everybody that comes on the show. We support, okay? But it gives me a greater feeling of pleasure when we have things that we can talk about. We can support our own. All right, Gina is one of our own, and we're gonna support her till you get your own damn show. I mean, we're gonna do that. Okay?
Stop it.
I'm just saying. You know? But
No, but
Gina, so go ahead, man.
Whenever I get a chance, I try to holler it out. You know, just about any and everybody. And
Thank you.
always.
Thank you.
Do. So the registration is starting right now. I wanted to touch on this too, okay? Because you threw this on me. I didn't know what was going on, okay? Explain the ambassadorship.
Well, the ambassadors are the face of DAG. They're the ones who are sharing the social media posts on their pages. They're the ones who are, just basically promoting DAG. And so with that, they get perks because they're working behind the scenes. So there are special perks that they receive. And we open the ambassadors up to everyone. So if you want to see what the benefits are to being an ambassador, just go on the Distinguished Authors Guild page, open up the registration, and everything is laid out there. But just to be an ambassador, I try to pour it on, to show my appreciation. And so they get a lot of extras because they are ambassadors. But, if you have a book that's under 350 pages or less, and it's a published book, if you're looking for a platform where you want to promote your book, sign on up, because we will be promoting those books and platforms all the way through November. I do want to say, because we did have some registration, I did have to change the date to November 15th. So we will be at Theater 47 on Sunday, November 15th.
You keep switching up these days.
What was the day?
Friday was the last time.
Yeah, last year was. But that was only because that wasn't by choice. That wasn't by choice. I didn't like the Friday.
No, me neither.
I didn't like the Friday.
Yeah.
But when we were in Vegas, it was on a Wednesday.
Was it?
Yes, it was on a Wednesday.
Yeah, I've been on so many planes. I don't know what day is what day. Okay, so it is.
One year was a Wednesday, another year was a Thursday. Last year was a Friday. This year's a Sunday.
Every day is DAG day. Okay, everybody
That's right.
say what's up to Bobby.
Bobby. You know what the best part is, you guys? The best part is the relationships that are established throughout this process. We're together. All of the nominees are together for 6 months or more out the year. And so just having that relationship is so wonderful. Bobby and I spoke on a personal level. We've been on the phone speaking about different things through our life. Natalie and I, the bonds, that's there. If they need something, they know they can pick up the phone and call me. If I can support, I'm going to support. If they're in the area and they have something going on and I'm able to attend, I'm going. If they have, some of them are in contests and they just need some votes, I'm voting. Whatever the case may be, and not just with the books, but whatever they do. Deidre has music that she's making now. I'm pushing it to people that I know. Listen to this music. She's getting down too, man. That girl is multi-talented.
So did you hear the Mo Deidre song?
I did.
What do you think?
Who?
The Mo and Deidre. We have a collaboration.
I haven't heard any of her music. Okay.
Man, it is really good, bro. You should
Gospel.
listen to it. It really is good.
Yeah. I got one on there called Flaws and All, me and her co-wrote with my son.
I don't know if that's the last one that she just put out. She just put out one.
No, that was the first one. The first
days
one
ago she pushed out. This one I hadn't heard.
Flaws and All was like the first one. So
Well,
I think
Gina,
she got about 3 or 4 of them out there already.
mm-hmm.
Gina, I'm quite sure that everybody from the Distinguished Authors Guild can be a testimony to how it's made them feel. how you've poured your heart into this, and you've given authors a platform that they can represent, they can celebrate, and they can make sure that everybody else can get their books sold in places that they never have been before. All right, so you deserve all of the credit in the world. Okay, even though it came from from small beginnings, it's huge now. What's your goal for the Distinguished Authors Guild?
Well, I don't know. People may not know, but we give out scholarships. Give out scholarships. And my goal on the scholarship end is to give out 10 scholarships for $1,000. So that's the goal on that end. The other goal on the DAG end for the authors is to get them on a huge platform, just like the Globe Awards or the rest of those award shows. That's the goal.
I think it's already there, though, Gina. Okay, we just have to make sure that we market it on that level. It's already there. All right, but as more people come, Theater 47 is not going to be able to hold everybody. It's not going to be able to hold everybody. So yes, if I have to, they always say if you build it, they will come. If I have to take some money and build the Distinguished Authors Guild Arena, we're gonna make this happen. All right? We got to make it happen because it's something.
I'll put a brick on it. I'll put one brick on it.
Let's go. Let's do it, man.
Every brick have to have our names on it.
Ooh.
We have to have a brick with our name on it.
Well, hey, we talked about it. Okay? Because,
I did want to share something before we leave out.
Okay, but I see so much with. Go ahead and share it. Right? You want to share it now, or you want to wait?
Go ahead. No, after you're done.
No, I just wanted to say that I see so much with this, and it's been an honor. I gotta say this. It's been an honor. It's been a pleasure and a privilege to be on this journey with you. Okay, it's nothing but a journey of love. It's a journey of unselfishness. I'm sorry.
Selflessness.
Unselfishness, and you've done so much, Gina. And again, I always talk about people knowing their worth. Okay, I still don't think at this point you know your worth. Okay, you don't know what you mean to people. You don't know what you've done for people. So, again, thank you for allowing me to be on this journey with you. And since I got you back.
Thank you guys for staying on the journey with me. There's some people that connected that fell off that that tried to connect that I was like, you trying to do the things that I don't want done. So
and you know who you are.
And
you know who you are.
And the truth shall set you free.
And the truth shall set you free. Go ahead, Gina. What was that testimony you wanted to say?
Well, I want to share this with everyone because we got a theme song now. So I want to share that.
Ooh. I don't think I heard it. Let's go.
Quill sharper than the finest blade. Pages turn, history's parade. We pen the tales, ink the dreams. Wisdom flows in endless streams. Gold rimmed glasses, a scholar's pride. Stories stitched, never let them slide. From the classics to the brand new thrill. Distinguished minds got the will to spill. Distinguished Authors Guild, where the legends stay. Crafting every chapter in a masterful way. Distinguished Authors Guild, where the voices sing. Echoes of the ages, let the stories reign. Distinguished Authors Guild, where the legends stay. Crafting every chapter in a masterful way. Distinguished Authors Guild, where the voices sing. Echoes of the ages, let the stories ring.
Hey, listen, get your books registered. Come on now. If you want to be an ambassador, those are open. Get your books registered. Get prepared for a ride of your life, though. I've had people that drop out of DAG that said that it was too much.
Yeah.
Amber said, "Tell her there's a 2-minute version of that song." All right, she said she loves it. Okay. Natalie, one of our favorite artists, Natalie said, "All right with the DAG theme song, the DAG theme song. Let's go." Okay, we all got theme songs now, Natalie. Okay.
You ain't lying.
Mo, this has been an amazing show. We learned a lot. Okay,
It has.
If you guys are trying to do, again, we always say this too. If you're trying to do the things that we're doing, don't do it like we're doing it. Do it better. You know, do it differently. Make it resonate to a lot of different people, and then come back and grab us and take us with you too. Okay, we don't have a problem with getting in other places, in other arenas, or listening to people. Okay, I'm quite sure throughout Gina's journey, she'd have to listen to some people. She took the good advice. We don't take everybody's advice. She took the good advice, took the bad advice, and filtered it through to make the Distinguished Authors Guild what it is today. Okay, so congratulations, Gina, for what you've done. All right.
Thank you.
God bless you for blessing others. And Mo, I got to say my piece before you did. So now if y'all want to cut me off when it gets around to my turn, I don't care if you cut me off now. Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
You know, as usual, you know, my sister boy, I tell you, the first year that I done, I felt so, you know, involved. And then when it actually came to fruition, you know, she started doing things, and I was like, man, this can be gigantic. I had this big picture in my mind that I just want to keep, you know, I just want to take it and run because I'm in promotions. I know it's going to get there. I know I'm going to be a part of it. I can't wait. I can't wait till we fill out 2,000 to 3,000 in one spot. You know,
Coming. Next
it's
year.
coming.
Next year.
I have a question for Mo before we close out. How does it feel when you were sitting there and you saw your work go up on the screen?
I'm used to it, sis. I'm used to it. It was so crazy. This is the crazy part about it. Like we always have said in Dope, this reason why I hang out with Dope Living so much is because in order for you to get blessed, you got to be a blessing. There's been so many people that I've done stuff for, and I see it, you know, and I don't think nothing of it until somebody come back and say, man, you do that? Yeah, I've done this, or, you know, help them out with some music or whatever. And you know, and then they bring other people. They know I'm going to be straightforward with it. If it's junk, I'm going to tell you it's junk. I'm sorry. I apologize first most of the time. Say, hey, look, we're going to do some work on that. We're going to do production, and I break it down before I say it's junk, though, you know. Look, and again, like I said earlier, it doesn't surprise me. It used to surprise Mary Ann when we first met because that's when I was in Texas and I was on the radio. She heard me on the radio, so I mean, she knew I was capable of doing stuff. But the biggest boost is actually my brother that actually got me into Texas. He's from GI as well, and he's a hell of a producer. And so I learned a lot from him. And to this day, that's that. You know, he just ties me in Greg.
It shows, bro. It shows, and we appreciate you doing what you do.
Yes.
Gina, the word is on you.
Sign up for DAG. I'm telling you, we are here to promote you. And the night of November 15th is an extravagant night, and it's all about you. It's such an exciting night. So come on, step on the red carpet, do your red carpet interviews, and come on up there. You know, if you have an award-winning book, but I have to say, we have 3 criteria you have to meet. No errors. The book has to grab the attention. Of course, if the book cover doesn't grab your attention, it's just going to sit on the shelf, and it has to keep the audience engaged. So if you feel that you have a book like that, submit it.
Okay, let me ask you, Gina. You think I got an opportunity to win? You think I'm good? My book is good enough to win. I'm not going. I don't want to win. I don't want to win.
Good book, but I wouldn't be the judge of it because we have readers who make that determination. So I remove myself.
I don't want to put my
out
book
of it.
You know, I don't want to put it. I don't want to put it in. Okay, we're going to push it. Okay, and just, you know, as we push the book, and I'm going to let Gina guide me. Okay, because I don't know anything about doing. I am not the guy that's going to tell you I know all about doing this, doing that. I wrote a book. I wrote a flip book. Okay. I did it because I was inspired by the Distinguished Authors Guild. Okay. Now, the other part about that, as far as pushing the book and this and that, yes, I'm a master marketer. Okay. But I don't know about marketing no book. It's a whole different arena. All right. She can tell you how to market a book, and I'm going to let her do it. Okay. And a portion of the proceeds for my book is going to the Distinguished Authors Guild. We're going to get them $1,000 scholarships out there. We're gonna
Ten
give them
up?
out there, okay? But it's a love
10
fest.
up?
Yeah, $10,000. We're gonna get it.
Yes.
It's a love fest, everybody. Okay, and we say this all the time because we are here at Dope Living TV Live, man. We're truthful, we're humble, and we're intentional. And Gina has created a platform that helps others. It's huge, okay? Because all of these authors, again, and we said this at the outset of the show, these authors write books. A lot of them write books, and I can name at least 10 of the people that have been there, at least 10, that just wrote a book. All they did was write the book. All right. They took a chance and sent it in, and now they're doing so many great things. Okay.
Yes.
And Tony Bunyan, if you're watching, you're one of those guys. You wrote a book. You wasn't doing nothing with it. Okay.
Tony was surprised. He was so surprised. He was like, I can't believe this. And his book is it's an amazing book. I mean, I'm gonna tell you, when we say these books, when they come back with the feedback and these books are award-winning, they are worth it. They really, truly are.
Shout out to all of them, man. Shout out to every author that has crossed those doors of the Distinguished Authors Guild.
Yes.
That have won an award, that did not win an award, but was in the room to cheer on those that did. Shout out to those that are pushing it to other levels. Okay. You guys are amazing. All right. And the reason you're amazing, not just because you wrote that book, is because this lady right here created a platform, a non-biased platform, an humble platform, a God-fearing platform, a platform of love, so that you guys can get your books. She cares. She don't even talk about her books too much anymore. She talks about your books more than the books that she's written. All right. So, I mean, we're in the presence of greatness. All right. And I thank God for you, sis, because you've done so much to help others. All right. And that's one thing that I love to do, is help others. You've done so much to help others. Okay. So again, thank you for letting us get into your world and understand why the Distinguished Authors Guild is what it is today. We appreciate that.
I appreciate you guys.
So what I have queued up is actually the song that Deidre Dixon and me and my son wrote. It's called Flaws and All.
Go ahead, play it, Mo. I thought you had it queued up, bro.
Hold on.
Don't do more like that.
I ain't gonna do more. That's my.
He got me over here, and I got 4-5 screens running, looking at 16 different things.
We were buffing bosses together. I don't do them like that. Hey, everybody, that's the information down below. Get your books in, okay? Register. Do what you got to do. Do what you got to do, okay? Go ahead, Mo. Who is that? Deidre. Hey, baby.
We don't hear it, Mo.
You don't hear it?
No.
There's no sound.
I see. You want me to say Love Boat, exciting and new? All right. Was that the Stevie Wonder Braille deaf version?
I don't know why we don't hear the sound.
I can't believe the sound can't come.
Get it queued up for tomorrow, Mo. Get it queued up.
Yeah.
I got it. I'll just pull the sound itself. I'll take the picture down.
Okay.
My guy. Hey, man, we appreciate you, Gina, once again, okay? Tomorrow, y'all know what time it is. It's Thursday. It's the last day of the week.
Nuggets.
We get ready to get fed. We're going to get fed, y'all, okay? I might not be there tomorrow, Gina. I may not be there tomorrow. I might be flying. But I'll let you guys know.
Okay.
Shout out to everybody, man. Care about your loved ones. Take time to let your loved ones that are alive know that they're appreciated. And, if they're elderly, check on them. Make sure they're good, okay? It's Dope Living TV Live, man. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.